Hi.
Oh, well, don't tell me you're Jonathan. And don't tell me you're Candace.
Why don't you tell us who you are? She's Aggie Burns.
Aggie! How nice to see you. Oops.
Here you go.
Hi. Come on. I had to get out of town for a couple of days. I hope you don't mind my inviting myself up here this way.
Oh, of course not. I would have invited you myself if I thought you could be lured up here again. And Stuart, too, if I had the room. Aggie, what's wrong? Is it Stuart? I'm sorry. But you've broken your engagement before. I'm sure things can be patched up.
Not a chance. I'm through with men. They're all egotistical and selfish and extravagant. Whatever happened to the good old New England tradition of quiet humility, conservatism, thrift?
Oh, it's around. You just have to dig a little deeper for them.
I'm throwing away my shovel.
Look, why don't you go upstairs and freshen up a bit, and I'll talk to Martha about lunch.
Man-hating woman in my home, and it's the ultimate irony.
She doesn't really hate men. It's just the mood she's in. She'll get over it with a little help.
From you?
If she needs it, yes. I mean, somebody has to help her.
I suggest Mother Nature rather than Mother Muir.
Too bad. I always hate to see one of the members of our team lose in mixed doubles.
Well, Aggie's a little cynical now. But you know, I think it's a little like when a rider falls off a horse. You get her on another horse as soon as possible.
Trouble is, there aren't that many good horses in the pasture. And the few there are tough to get on the bridle path.
You must know somebody who'd be nice for her.
Like who?
Oh, hello, Martha.
Well, if it isn't Mr. Who.
Mr. Who?
Claymore.
Hi. I just wanted you to know that I'll be hovering about the place.
Oh, Claymore, I'd like you to meet Aggie Burns. Claymore Gray.
Oh, how do you do?
Hello.
As I said, I'm going to be hovering about the place. I have to measure the property lines of Gull Cottage.
Oh, is there anything wrong with them?
Well, I certainly hope so. You see, property taxes are going up, and if I have less property, I'll pay less taxes. Well, I better get to work. Oh, awfully nice to meet you. Bye.
What'd you think of him?
Who?
Claymore, the man that just left.
Oh, he's a man.
Oh, I just straightened up the guest room a bit.
Oh, good.
You know, I think Miss Burns is as money conscious as Claymore.
Why do you say that?
Well, she buys everything in the giant economy size. She's got a jar of cold cream I can hardly lift, and a tube of toothpaste that looks like a white salami.
They really have a lot in common.
It's a match not only made in heaven, but at the bank as well. I can see them falling in love, merging, and raising a lot of little deductions.
I see the top of a ship. The rest looks like it's underwater.
Well, that's because it's below the horizon. As you know, the world is round. Good day, madam.
Captain, would you do me a favor?
Anything at all, Mrs. Muir?
Would you get Claymore to ask Aggie Burns for a date?
Yeah, almost anything at all, Mrs. Muir.
It feels so right. If ever two people were made for each other, those two were.
That's true. They won't need any prodding from you or me.
But they don't realize it yet. Once they get to know each other, then they will.
Madam, I consider marriage-minded women the bane of civilization.
Captain, if it weren't for women and marriage, there'd be no civilization.
Jonathan, will you go downstairs and see what Claymore is up to?
I'd rather stay here and listen to you talk about him.
Come on, Jonathan.
Now, if a man wishes of his own free will to enter the state of matrimony, so be it. But I cannot in all good conscience aid and abet such a scheme. Why, even if the victim were my own worst enemy, I wouldn't. Or would I? I'll be delighted to help you. With a little bit of luck, it may lead to marriage between Claymore and Miss Burns.
What made you change your mind about marriage?
Oh, I haven't changed my mind. There is nothing I abhor more than marriage, except Claymore.
Will you get back? Will you take this New England shoelace terrier out of here and remove yourselves as well?
He won't hurt you, Mr. Gregg.
Oh, no. What do you call chewing up 30 cents worth of prime shoelaces?
Come on, Scruffy.
Oh, I wonder if I can reweave this.
Can I give you a hand, Claymore?
Will you please go away?
I'm an old hand at this. I think I can be of some little help.
I do not need... All right, where are you? No, don't you touch me. No, I have every right to be here. Now, you keep away from me.
No need to be frightened. I merely wanted to have a little chat with you, my friend. Sit down.
But I'm not your friend. You hate me.
No, I do not hate you.
You're just saying that.
No, I'm not. I do not hate you.
Do you like me?
I like you.
You really like me?
I really like you.
How much?
Sit down. Claymore. Claymore. You are the last of the Greggs. After you, who is going to carry on the proud name?
There is no one else.
So it's up to you, my boy. The time has come for you to get married.
Married?
Married and have children.
But I have never given a thought to having children and getting married.
It's the other way around.
Well, whichever way it is, I don't think I'm ready yet.
Of course you are. You were made for marriage, as a carpet is made to walk on.
No, I don't think so. Besides, I like things the way they are now. Just me and my little bird.
Don't you see that having a little bird is merely a subconscious desire to have a child? It's a substitute.
Well, I'll just try a few more substitutes first and work my way up to babies.
Can't you imagine the thrill of having your own little Claymore Jr. in your arms? He turns his chubby little face up to you and gurgles at you.
Could go. Little fella, could go.
You're a natural-born father.
You know, once I set my mind to it, I think I can do most anything.
Then do not let this opportunity pass by, my boy. Providence has provided the perfect mate for you, Miss Burns.
That Miss Burns? Miss Burns, but we've hardly spoken.
That is no drawback to marriage. After all, she told Mrs. Muir that she'd like to go out with you.
Well, can you blame her?
All you have to do is invite her.
No, I don't think so. But thanks very much anyway.
Well, she's a marvelous girl. She is intelligent and well-read.
Well, I'm sure.
And she dresses very well. She knows the most interesting people. She's traveled the world. And she has lots of money.
She sounds like a very interesting person.
I thought you'd appreciate her many virtues.
You know, Captain, to tell you the truth, from time to time, every now and then I have given a thought to marriage and having children. Mm-hmm. After all, I have so many marvelous qualities. I should pass them on to someone.
Now then, if I gave each of you a nickel, what would you spend it on?
A package of Tutti Frutti bubble gum. A Zippy Pippy bar.
Just as I thought. Here we are.
Wow! Wow!
1 Tutti Frutti bubble gum, 1 zippy pippy bar.
Thank you. Come on, Scruffy.
Now then, I wonder if I could take the retail price as a tax deduction.
Courage, Claymore.
Oh, courage.
Surely you've heard of it.
Oh, yes. Well, I don't know what to say to her. I mean, I've never asked anyone to get married and have children before.
One step at a time. All you need do now is invite her out for the evening. The rest will come in due course.
Oh, that's easy. Oh, but this is easier. Oh.
Just invite her out with you in your own suave, debonair way.
Captain, you might not believe this, but down deep, I am not the suave, debonair fellow you see on the surface.
I shall be by your side, telling you exactly what to say.
You will? And she won't see you?
No, nor hear me either. Now, Claymore, Miss Burns will be out here in a moment.
How do you know she'll be out here in a moment? Ooh.
Aggie. Aggie Burns. Come outside, Aggie. Come outside and breathe the fresh sea air. Begin by kissing her hand and...
No, I can't do that. No, I'm sorry. I've never kissed anybody's hand before. I don't know how.
You merely take the young lady's right hand firmly in your own, press it to your lips all the time, looking her straight in the eyes.
Do you think it's all right for us to kiss on our first date?
Oh, Claymore, this isn't really a kiss. You're merely touching the young lady's hand with your lips. Here's your chance.
What'll I say?
Miss Byrne, how nice to see you. Then you extend your hand to hers.
Miss Burns, how nice to see you.
Hello, Mr. Gray.
Now look her in the eyes, take her hand and kiss it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot about the hand lotion.
Oh, hand lotion. Well, in that case, let's not waste it.
Oh, that's sensible.
It's lovely.
Thank you.
I hope it doesn't seem forward of me.
You forward.
I beg your pardon.
Don't say that to her, stupid.
Of course. I hope it doesn't seem forward of me.
But I would even risk being thought forward.
You hope what doesn't seem forward to you?
Wait, I didn't finish. But I would even risk being thought forward.
Rather than chance you're leaving Schooner Bay.
Rather than chance you're leaving Schooner Bay.
Before I've had the opportunity to get to know you better.
Before I have had the opportunity to get to know you better.
Well, I'm not planning to leave for a while.
Oh, good.
Claymore! Oh. Invite her out to dinner.
Wait, oh, no. I mean, why can't I invite her out after dinner?
Why?
Claymore!
Miss Burns, I should like very much to ask you out to dinner tonight.
Oh, well, I think it's rather extravagant eating out. Now, I know Martha has prepared a marvelous dinner, so I'll have Carolyn invite you.
Oh, that's wonderful. But I'd much rather be alone with you, Miss Burns. Now, if we can get there before 6, there's a special rate at Norrie's Lobster House.
I'll be ready at 5:30.
You know, there's something very attractive about that girl.
Oh, that dinner was wonderful. The food here is delicious.
And you just can't beat it for the price.
Which adds to the enjoyment.
You know what I hate? I hate those restaurants where you pay extra for a lot of...
The decor.
The decor, exactly. You know something? You're a very intelligent person. So...
Oh, thank you.
Your check? Thank you so much. Lovely, just lovely.
Thank you.
Oh, you see, you just can't be too sure. I always double-check these things because I don't want to pay for someone else's mistake.
Well, you might check the tax. They usually make a penny or two mistake there.
That's a good point. That's all right. Oh, there's something something you might watch for. Sometimes they put the date on the top. Can you see? Make sure they don't add the date in with the price of the food.
Oh, I'll remember that.
Just good common sense. Now, is that a 3 or an 8?
It's an 8.
Oh, then I guess it's correct. Hold it, please. Now, let's see. What is the tip on $7.75?
No, the check is $8.06.
No. That's with tax. You see, what I do is I subtract the tax and tip only for what I eat.
I admire your thinking.
Which is good common sense.
Okay, now say goodnight to your mother.
Hey,
Is Claymore going to be Miss Burns' new boyfriend?
Little pitchers have big ears.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that it might turn out like you said.
Oh. Why does she want Claymore for a boyfriend anyway?
well, a person doesn't have to have reasons for liking another person.
Well, especially if the person likes is Claymore Gregg.
I don't understand.
Well, what I mean, dear, is that people grow up and they see something special in each other and they fall in love.
Oh.
Oh. How about bed now? Okay.
That goes for the small furry one.
Oh, I'll get it, Martha. That must be Claymore and Aggie back from dinner. Hi.
Hello, Carolyn.
Did you have a good dinner?
Oh, it was marvelous.
It was lovely.
Would you like some coffee and cake?
Oh, fine. You see, we thought you'd ask us, so we didn't order any dessert.
I think I'll just freshen up a bit.
Claymore, why don't you just come inside and I'll make you some coffee.
Thank you,
I'll get
Mrs.
it.
Muir. You were right. Providence has sent me the most perfect mate. I may even propose to her tonight.
Well, give it some thought first.
Oh, I already have. I owe this all to you.
Yes. All to me.
You were wonderful, Captain. I don't know what you said to him, but it certainly did the trick.
Yes, and it troubles me, madam.
Oh, it's the best thing that ever happened to him.
What if the fool proposes to her? And what if she says yes?
Just because you're against marriage doesn't mean it's bad for Claymore.
He'd never even have thought of it if I hadn't tricked him into it. And out of hostility, not love, without any consideration for his happiness.
Oh, it's time Claymore got married and realized that happiness isn't everything in life. I didn't mean it quite that way.
Mrs. Muir, it's your obligation to discourage this thing between Claymore and Miss Burns.
I wouldn't dream of interfering.
Miss Burns, may I have your cute little paw in holy matrimony? Oh, no, it's too violent. Aggie. Aggie, my Aggie, would you do me the honor of becoming my wife? No, it's too loud. Miss Burns, I love you. No, not you.
Claymore, I have been reconsidering what I said to you before. I'm afraid I've done you a great injustice.
How's that?
Well, I painted a picture of marriage that at best is a fraud. I urge you to break off your relationship with Miss Burns.
But I love Miss Burns.
Nonsense. That was merely the power of suggestion. The world is full of women, my boy, full of women. Why make one miserable when you can make several happy?
But I don't want several. I want Miss Burns. And one day, there'll be little Claymore Jr. Oh, he can play with my bird.
Wives are dominating, demanding creatures. Once you've said, I do, you'll never again get another word out.
You were never married. How do you know that?
I'm an expert on women.
But not on wives.
Well, no, of course not, but...
You're just talking like that because you hate me. You don't want me to be happy.
That is not true. Not true. What is more, Miss Burns has no money. I made it up.
But that's not... You made it up.
That's right. I don't know what her finances are like.
Oh, but then you don't know that she doesn't have any money. No, I'm not falling for it, Captain. And don't expect an invitation to my wedding.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Claymore.
Oh, that's perfectly all right, Miss Burns.
Here we are. The coffee will be ready in a minute.
Thank you,
Thank
Carolyn.
you, Mrs. Muir. Oh, shall we?
Yes.
May I offer you some?
Oh, please, yes.
Terribly sorry.
All right.
Very sorry. Oh, sorry. Burns.
Yes.
Aggie, I know we met only a few short hours ago, but there are some things in life that happen at first sight. And when you were upstairs just a few moments ago, I was trying to decide how to phrase what I must tell you. And I have come, Aggie, to this conclusion that...
I'm terribly sorry. Aggie, you have a long-distance phone call?
Oh, excuse me, please. Hello? Yes, this is she. Hello. What? 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 Well, do you mean it? Yes, I'll leave this very minute. Oh, that was lovely lobster. Thanks a lot.
So I came to the conclusion that...
Aggie, what's wrong? Oh, nothing. Everything. That was Stuart. He can't live without me. He wants to marry me right away. Oh, I'll come back for my things later. And I'll send you a wet postcard from Niagara Falls.
I heard that. Well, I guess I better go myself.
Oh, Claymore, I'm so sorry. I know it's painful for you, but you'll get over it. I know you will.
No, never. It's a flame. Oh, I mean a torch. I'll carry it forever.
You may be right, madam. A love like that comes along once in a lifetime.
Exactly.
He was willing to give his all for such a love.
My all.
A fabulous engagement ring.
A fabulous... An engagement ring.
A lovely cottage in the finest part of town. She would have loved that, wouldn't she, Mrs. Muir?
Oh, yes, any woman would. Well, that's very generous of you, Claymore.
When it comes to affairs of the heart, Claymore is like that. His heart rules his head.
Well, perhaps someday my broken heart will mend. Until then, I'll just force myself to carry on.
Stout fellow.
Thank you. I have really only one regret. I should have ordered the codfish cakes instead of the lobster.
Oh, Claymore. Cheer up. Don't take it so hard.
It's easy for you to say. You don't care about my troubles. Or you either.
Claymore, my boy. Mere trouble couldn't possibly justify that expression on your face. Only tragedy could.
Well, it is tragic.
Oh, Claymore, you'll forget about Aggie in time and...
Aggie? The tragedy is that the property turned out to be bigger than I thought. Instead of reducing my tax, I have to pay $5.82 more.
Oh.